Hello, everyone. This is Bram Sportes. I am your host, Brandon Ramos, back with you on this Monday, July the 21st, 2025. And let's get started with the latest in the sports world. And let's start with the MLB as the second half has already begun. The Sunday scores, we start with the Baltimore Orioles who beat the Tampa Bay Rays 5-3. Baltimore hit three home runs in this ball game. You got the Toronto Blue Jays who beat the San Francisco Giants 8-6. Toronto also hitting three home runs at home. The San Diego Padres win on the road at the Nationals 8-1. Xander Bogaerts, a grand slam in the first inning, got things started for the Padres right away. And Elias Diaz hit a two-run home run in this game. Padres all over the Nationals. The Angels beat the Philadelphia Phillies 8-2. LA scored 5 runs in the second inning. Taylor Ward hit four RBIs in this ball game. And pitching wise, the starting pitcher Jose Soriano in 7 innings, 5 strikeouts in his outing. The Chicago White Sox beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 7-2. Chicago with 4 runs in the first inning. Miguel Vargas hit a 3-run home run. Mike Tauchman had 3 RBIs in this ball game. The White Sox all over the Pirates. The New York Yankees beat the Atlanta Braves 4-2. Aaron Judge, a solo home run in the first inning, and that puts him right behind Cal Raleigh still in the home run leaders list in the MLB. The New York Mets beat the Cincinnati Reds 3-2. Luis Torrens, a go-ahead fielder's choice in the eighth inning, and the Mets get the win there at home. The Kansas City Royals beat the Miami Marlins 7-4. Salvador Perez, a solo home run in the eighth inning for the Royals. The Kansas City scored 3 runs in the fourth and three more in the fifth inning. The Royals win on the road. The Cleveland Guardians at home beat the Athletics 8-2. David Fry, 4 RBIs in this ball game. Gavin Williams, the starting pitcher for Cleveland, went 7 innings, 11 strikeouts. The Boston Red Sox beat the Chicago Cubs 6-1. Weiler Abreu, a 2-run home run for him in the seventh inning, and he also hit a solo home run in the eighth inning. So Abreu, a huge part in this Red Sox win. The Minnesota Twins beat the Colorado Rockies 7-1. Royce Lewis, 2 solo home runs for him in this ball game, and starting pitcher Joe Ryan went 7 innings, 11 Ks. The Houston Astros beat the Seattle Mariners 11-3. A go-ahead solo home run in the sixth inning by Christian Walker got things started for the Astros. Victor Caratini had 3 RBIs, as well as Taylor Trammell. The Astros all over the Mariners. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the LA Dodgers 6-5. This is the Brewers' 10th consecutive win. They scored 3 runs in the fourth here in this ball game, three more in the fifth. Isaac Collins had 2 RBIs in this game. The Arizona Diamondbacks beat the St. Louis Cardinals 5-3. Eugenio Suarez, a pair of home runs once again. He did that on Saturday, and he also did that yesterday on Sunday. That puts him at 35 home runs with his pair of home runs on Sunday. He leads now the National League, surpassing Shohei Ohtani, and he is now he's just behind Cal Raleigh and Aaron Judge in the MLB home runs leaders list. The Detroit Tigers beat the Texas Rangers 2-1. Matt Verling, a go-ahead RBI single for him in the eighth inning, is what the Tigers got the lead and eventually won the ball game. Tariq Skubal, another outing for him. Excellent outing. 6 2/3 of an inning for him in this ball game. 11 strikeouts, another huge factor for the Tigers win. So starting the week in the MLB, here are the standings in the American League East. The Toronto Blue Jays lead with 58 wins, 41 losses. The New York Yankees right behind them, 3 games back, 55 and 44 on the season. The American League Central still has the Detroit Tigers with a huge lead, 60 wins, 40 losses. The only team with 60 wins so far in the season. The Cleveland Guardians are second place in the Central with 48 wins and 50 losses, 11 games back of the Tigers. In the American League West, the Houston Astros lead with 57 wins, 42 losses, 4 games ahead of second place Seattle Mariners at 53 and 46. And in the National League in the East, the Philadelphia Phillies still with a half-game lead on the New York Mets. 56 and 43 is the record for the Phillies. 56-44 are the Mets. The National League Central has the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers tied at the top with 59 wins, 40 losses. Both of those teams tied in the NL Central lead. And in the NL West, the LA Dodgers still lead with 58 wins, 42 losses. The San Diego Padres 54 and 45, 3.5 games back of the Dodgers. And let's go to the WNBA as the All-Star game was this past weekend. And let's go with Team Nafisa Collier, who got the win here, 151-131 over Team Caitlin Clark, who, by the way, Caitlin Clark was unable to play in this ball game. Skylar Diggins had a triple-double, the first ever WNBA player with a triple-double in the All-Star game. 11 points, 15 assists, and 11 rebounds. And the leader, Nafisa Collier, had 36 points. And he also had El Paso native, UTEP minor alum, Kayla Thorin. She was playing for Team Caitlin Clark, but a great game for her still with 15 points, 11 rebounds for her. And so the All-Star weekend has concluded. The season will resume on Tuesday. The Golden State Valkyries, with Kayla Thorin leading the charge, will play on Friday. And let's go to the NBA Summer League as it also concluded this past weekend. The championship was on Sunday, and it was between the Sacramento Kings and the Charlotte Hornets. And here the Hornets got the win 83-78. The Hornets are your NBA Summer League champions. And let's go now to the MLS. The scores from this past weekend. You got Charlotte FC, who defeated Atlanta United 3-2. You also had Chicago Fire, who defeated Montreal 2-0. Columbus Crew over DC United 2-1. FC Dallas defeated St. Louis City FC 3-0. Orlando City defeated New England Revolution 2-1. Houston Dynamo and Philadelphia Union had a 1-1 draw. Inter Miami all over the Red Bulls 5-1. Seattle Sounders beat San Jose Earthquakes 3-2. Sporting Kansas City and New York City FC had a 1-1 draw. Nashville defeated Toronto 1-0. Cincinnati defeated Real Salt Lake 1-0. Portland Timbers and Minnesota United with a 1-1 draw, as well as San Diego FC and Vancouver Whitecaps. They also had a 1-1 draw. And a thriller in El Tráfico with LA Galaxy and LAFC with a 3-3 draw. And next up in the MLS, the All-Star game. MLS All-Stars against Liga MX All-Stars. That will be on Wednesday. And let's continue now with the NASCAR Cup Series at Dover, where Denny Hamlin got the win here. You also had in the IndyCar Series at Toronto, Pato O'Ward finished first in this race. And in golf, in the Open, Scotty Scheffler, 17 under was his score, and he is the winner of the Open. And now let's go now to the El Paso Chihuahuas, who were on the road taking on the Tacoma Rainiers in a 3-game series there at Seattle. And Tacoma won the first 2 ball games 9-5 on Friday, 9-7 on Saturday, but then Dogs came back and won on Sunday 5-3. That concludes the series with the Rainiers, and the Chihuahuas are now 12-9 on the second half of the minor league season. Next up for them, they're back home at Southwest University Park, a 6-game series taking on the Sugarland Space Cowboys.